Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. And we have here 2014 Mercedes Cla250. I believe this is the first year they made these, and I'm going to show you how to change your oil if you want to do it at home or somewhere else by yourself. It's actually pretty easy. Now there should be some kind of a covering, I guess, engine undercover. As you can see, all this is gone. This person or this owner has been abusing this car badly. I mean, all this is crashed, broken covers here. So if you have this cover here, I don't know what it looks like, but you need to see, I guess, if you have it or not. I can't really tell actually, but anyway, if you have it, maybe maybe these are part of it. You have, usually Mercedes has these 8mm bolts that you got to take off, and just see where they are in whatever locations. I see some here, so yeah, probably 8mm. Yeah, actually I think it's right here. Part of it was like right here, and yeah, I think part of it was right here, and you see some, this is a leftover, so it's a 8mm leftover. Anyway, you take it off, and this is your oil pan of the engine, and this is your drain plug. I just pulled the oil out and I installed the new one, so I'm not going to do it, but it's facing forward. This is where it is. It's 13mm, pretty easy to take out. It's a little bit kind of a long drain bolt, but it's fine, whatever. Make sure you change the gaskets. I always recommend the copper gaskets. We ran out of them today. We had some leftover. I think these are aluminum, but I would recommend you to do the copper gaskets. I don't like anything else but the copper gaskets. And you drain it out. Obviously you close the plug back in, the bolt, and make sure it's tight. And I'm going to show you where the oil filter is in a second. And we're on the top side of the engine. Obviously you have to remove the engine cover. Don't pay attention to this. This is this mount here. We're doing some additional work, and I just set this aside. And you remove the engine cover. Your filter, your oil filter, is going to be this thing right here, right there. And it's in a little bit awkward place, and what you're gonna need to use is a maybe a small extension, but your main socket would be this 27mm socket, and we have to remove this and replace the filter. Get in there and you remove the filter, or unscrew the filter, and once you get it loose, you need to pick it up and transfer it to your station. This is the filter. You transfer it to your workstation and get it ready for replacement. Okay, this is the old filter. Obviously you need to remove this filter, and you're going to have 3 seals to replace. This is the big one, and you have these small ones here. And one small one here too. And what I usually do is I try to clean these filter housings, because a lot of the leftover metallic particles in the oil, they get actually kind of stuck inside of these oil filter housings, and I see that all the time. especially with older cars. So try to clean this. It will definitely help. It's not going to do any damage or anything. Okay, and this is the filter we're using today. It's Cla250 C117 by MAN filter. It's made in Germany. This is probably OEM, the OEM manufacturer. I think there are 3 different ones for Mercedes, and MAN is one of the main ones. You have Hengst, and then there was another one. I've usually ended up using MAN. I kind of end up I've ended up in liking them more through the time, and they just look more solid. And here we go. This is the kit comes with these seals. So these are the old seals, filter, and we need to install the new seals. Okay, this one, then you have the small one here. Okay, and now the big one left. Remember, it sits in here into this special place, into this groove. Make sure you put it in the right place, otherwise you're not gonna be able to screw this back in, and you're gonna make the oil leak out, and it's gonna be a mess. And you may end up destroying the engine. So again, make sure it's in the proper space right here. This is the slot. Okay, and here's your filter. Like I said, made in Germany. Right here, and filter. There we go. You need to press it a little bit, and it's ready to be installed back in the car. Just to show you what the filter housing looks like, it's right there. It's open right now, obviously, because we have the filter out. And you grab the filter and make sure everything is out of the way. Make sure you don't have any foreign subjects or objects in there, sorry. And once it's loose, try to see when you start the thread, it'll start going down freely. And it's now at the point of the seal, so I have to get it tight. And remember, the tightening torque on these is 25 Newton meters. It's not a whole lot, actually. 25 Newton meters is a very small amount. So I'm used to what 25 Newton meters. And we're getting closer to this. Okay, and once you get closer, you just need to push a little bit, and it should be fine, because 25 Newton meters is not a whole lot. It's barely a touch. And there we go. The oil filter is tight. It's back in. And next thing is we need to fill the oil, or put the oil inside the engine. And per Mercedes approved oil 229.5 standards, so we can use 030, 040, 530, 540. Of course, this is according to the climate where you live in geographically. Obviously, if you're not familiar, this is for cold temperatures. That's very cold temperatures, going to kind of semi-warm, and of course you get to the hot temperatures with these high numbers. I live here in Georgia, so we're gonna use 5W30, and especially since the engine has some miles. And what we are going to use on this specific vehicle is this liquid moly 5W40 light valve high tech. We have extremely good experience with this oil, and what is the capacity is 5.8 liters. So make sure, if you're using liquid moly, make sure you pay attention to these markings, because liquid moly is actually marked at 5 liters, which means if you look at these markings right here on the side, you're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, and the 5 is right here. This is 5 liters. Remember, 5 liters, not 5 quarts. In quarts, this would be 5.3 US quarts. This is what happens with liquid moly. So you need to pay an extremely good, attention to the oil you're using and the quantity you have in the bottles and how they're marked. So in this case, we have 5 liters here, and then we have additional 2 in the back bottle, and that's it. This would be the oil change on this car. Very pretty car, but kind of abused, so we're trying to get it back in shape here at the shop. So I forgot to mention, you need to change your oil at 5,000 miles and no more than 5,000 miles. This is only if you use these high-end oils. This is probably similar to Mobil 1, but I found that I like this better than Mobil 1. Otherwise, I have used Mobil 1 before for many years. I have no complaints, but I've also used, I just started using this one, this liquid moly, and I like it better than the Mobil 1. It's because of the experience that I see with the engines and how the oils come out of the engines. And again, this oil change you need to do every 5,000 miles. Do not exceed your oil time frame, because you will cause damage to your engine. If you want to see how, I have other videos where I did a timing chain replacement on an Audi engine with only 80,000 miles, and the chains were destroyed. I mean, the tensioners and chains were destroyed because of no regular oil changes. So again, 5,000 miles. Remember, it's one of your hands. 5,000 miles, no more than that, or otherwise you will sacrifice your car. So, and again, thanks for watching, guys. Please like my videos and please subscribe. Thank you.